Colin's sonny Larry. Didn't you and he used to be the best of friends?
We're still the best of friends.
No, you're not.
Who says we're not?
Sit somewhere else. In Bruges became such a favorite after its release in 2008. What did it mean to you guys to get to reconnect, not only together, but with Martin McDonagh? Was this a long time in the works? Have you guys been in touch a lot? Have you been plotting this?
Oh, we've been in touch through the years, yeah, on and off, you know. We go back to living our lives and doing our thing, and then our paths have crossed sporadically. But I read the first iteration of the Banshees of Inisherin, was it 7 or 8 years ago? It was something like that.
I don't know.
Well, I think it was a bit more than 5, I don't know. Between 5 and 8 years ago. And we say that, big window to climb through. But it was different. Kind of at its core, it was essentially the same, but the machinations of it and the details of it and some of the storylines were divergent. But it was a dream, the idea to get to do this story with Brennan and Martin again.
It's great. Well, again, the reiteration of the script. When I got the first one was very interesting. I wasn't sure where or what the motivations of my guy in the first one were, or it wasn't quite developed in that way. And when it came back, it was sensational.
It was thrilling every day. Honest to God, I'd go home every day. I'd have a sandwich, a grilled sandwich for dinner.
6 fingers, maybe.
And I'd go get into my bed like at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock at night with my script. I was in heaven. Like I would get so excited every night looking at the day's work the next day. And not the kind of excitement that one gets with any certainty or confidence or anything like that. Nor was I a mess of nerves, but I was somewhere between both, as we so often are in life. It was just lovely, wasn't it? It was lovely.
Martin McDonagh just feels like one of those singular filmmakers where the movies he's making only he could make. Like, especially when it comes to the distinct tone that he strikes and stuff like In Bruges and 3 Billboards and now this. I mean, how would you describe what separates his work from anyone else's?
He's a great understanding of humans. Getting to chat in depth about Dominic, you know, because again, he's kind of looked at as the village idiot, but, you know, going in depth and kind of, you know, discussing different versions of Dominic and different motives and stuff like that. You know, Martin has a great understanding and a great way of putting it to his actors. You just know you're in safe hands as well. I mean, kind of reading any one of his lines as well, or being a part of any one of his movies. So you don't really question anything and that you don't have many questions. You don't go, why am I saying this or why is that? It's literally all there for you.
If I've done something to you, just tell me what I've done to you.
Well, you didn't do anything to me. I just don't like you no more.
You didn't like me yesterday.
One of my favorite things about this movie is its depiction of friendship, right? Like, typically we only see breakup movies about romantic pairings. This feels completely fresh and original. Like, what do you think the film says about the complexities of friendship, particularly male friendship?
A punch in the stomach, you know. It's so sad. It's like literally, it is a breakup, you know. It's one of the best breakups, I think, you know, one of the most, you know, devastating as well. Literally, he just says to him, you know, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and that's that. And it's just kind of devastating.
Sure, John O'Donoghue wrote this book called Anampara, which is the Irish translation is basically soul friend, heart friend. Right. You know, and it's that idea that it's not just a romantic thing, that we need people that, as you would say, cross the gender divide, whether it's men, women, romantic. You know, the Greeks had all different sorts of names for all different kinds of love, but whatever the love, whether it's eros, whether it's Plato, you know, platonic love, whatever it may be, to have people in your life that you can lean into, that understand you, that feel like beyond words they see who you are. It's a huge thing. And if you feel that level of comfort, and if you feel that level of deep simpatico with someone, and that person decides one day just to remove themselves from your lives, I mean, it's a gaping hole.
When people become so reliable and trustworthy and interesting and kind of funny and light your jets, basically, when you see them, and you kind of have, and you develop a kind of a soul kinship. If it breaks up, I think the devastation is huge and very, as you say, it's not really discussed very much. So there aren't really any conventions to deal with it. Like, you can't really go up to if you can go up and say, listen, I'm getting divorced, I'm completely devastated. You can't really go up to somebody and say, listen, my friend doesn't like me anymore, without feeling a little bit odd.